It's the NFL on EA Sports, and we are a mile high at Broncos Stadium in Denver, Colorado. Just a short time ago, sounds loud enough to reverberate across the Rockies. They're ready for football in Denver as the Broncos get set to do battle with the Cincinnati Bengals. And off we go from Denver. This fielded right at the goal line. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They look to throw. It's Locke. Man open. He's got it complete to Cortland Sutton. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45.
Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play and attacked the middle of the field for a big gainer and a first down.
Throwing on 1st down is Locke. This pass caught by Hamler. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. He's locked in early. 2 nice first down completions to start.
I like the fact that he's seeing the whole field early. Spreading it around a little bit in the early going.
Opening minute and already a trip to the red zone. They come up 1st and 10 at the 16. They'll run. This is Melvin Gordon. He's down inside the 10 to the 8. And it comes on a gain of 8. Pretty effective run there, and now they can start to smell that end zone.
Pound the rock. Make sure you use your O-line to set the tone of dominance and physicality, and pound the rock.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Locke going to hand it off here to Gordon. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. They've taken this opening kickoff and marched it right down the field defensively. Not much resistance.
And that's the point, because my admiration is for the guys moving the ball right now. They know what they're doing. Their plan is working. But I flip it over and watch and say, okay, what are you going to do to change things up? Because if you don't, they're going to put that ball in the end zone real soon.
Gordon. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Strong running from Melvin Gordon as he scores from a yard out. And the Broncos have taken the early lead. Extra point from McManus is good. And it's now a 7-0 game. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. Here comes Darius Phillips out of the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. Going to lead up the Bengals here 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. The former second-round pick, this is Joe Mixon, and he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
From the 22, Burrow. That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked up by Michael Ojemudia. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense has a touchdown. And this defense looking like they have come to play the pick six, and just like that, it's 13-0 early on.
Well, go back with me to our training camp visits. What do we hear during these drills? Pass. Ball's in the air.
And then my favorite.
Oski, that's the interception. That means everybody finds someone to block them legally, stay on your feet, and they get it done. Touchdown.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Bengals drive about to get going. And fresh off the pick six, they've got to forget about that quickly.
In this case now, the guy throwing the ball, he's got to be like what we talk about with defensive backs who get beat for a long touchdown. Short-term memory, right back out there doing the things that he does best, and knowing that taking care of the ball is paramount. Here's his opportunity.
It all comes back to those defensive backs for the former DB, right?
I don't know where that comes from. It just kind of emerges out of me for some reason.
It's deep in there, right? Yeah. That's going to set him back 5 yards.
Here we go. Ready?
On second down, here's Burrow. Eluding the pressure right. He finds his man, complete. That's Morgan. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field, because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed first down there. They needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Burrow going to give this to Mixon. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
I have to admit, I'm excited by that play call and the end result, because this is a team that's down big early in the first quarter, and a lot of teams will just panic, abandon the playbook, and just start firing the ball all over the place. It's way too early for that. Stick to what works for you.
Down double digits, and we talked about their game plan being both running and passing there. You're right. They're sticking to the game plan, getting the ground game going.
A lot of football left to be played.
Now Joe Mixon, and he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front, because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole. I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense, and guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
From the gun on 3rd down is Burrow. Going up top. And this throw will be intercepted. Picked off by Justin Simmons. And the Broncos will have the football as this is taken up past the 30.
No, to me, it's pretty simple, and it's fairly obvious, isn't it? He's got to start making better decisions with the ball.
That's now 2 interceptions in the first quarter. After interception number 1, there was a long talk on the sideline, and now he's made another mistake.
Yeah, he's just been kind of laying these passes out there. He's kind of been floating them a little bit. He's got to be more decisive in his reads.
Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 40, and his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. It had been a near-perfect beginning to this football game. Already a double-digit lead first quarter, but their first misstep.
And you know how it is, partner. Sometimes when everything's going right, you start to feel like you can do just about anything you want on the field. This one didn't work out. If I were him, I'd go to my defensive captain and say, pick me up, my man. Help me out.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Being chased out left. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's second down. Burrow looking to pass. Got an open man. That's C.J. Uzomah.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
Off the play fake, here's Burrow. And here's another interception, the third of this first quarter. Picked off by Pat Surtain. And the Broncos are going to take over here at their own 22-yard line. So more problems here in this first quarter. Already 2 scores down, and here they give away the football.
And if I'm the head coach, I think it's time to start lighting a fire under some of these guys. Now, you have to do it within your personality. They can't perceive it as fake. But I'd go get after some guys because they don't look ready to play to me. They look flat, uninspired. It's time to get moving.
49 yards rushing for him now. He's only carried the ball 4 times. So the big play moves him all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. Here's Gordon. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Well, they're making a real first quarter statement with a run game, no doubt.
For those who remember old school football, running it, establishing things, seeing backs find holes, get through them, they've got to like what they're seeing from this unit so far. Right now, they've decided to, as you said, establish the run game, and they've been successful doing it.
And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now to the air, Locke. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. On the counter, here's Gordon. It's a 1st down and more for Gordon. And all the way home for a Bronco score. Melvin Gordon with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Broncos push further out in front. Well, I don't think that we're ready yet to say the route is on, but they have certainly looked near flawless here in this first half, and now an extra point away from making it 21-0.
Yeah, and your experience led you to say that because we have both seen those 21-0 leads come and go in this league. But this one feels pretty darn secure. And here's the other part. Even when people chip away at it, it forces you into being almost perfect on the other side, doesn't it, in order to try and mount a comeback.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. Phillips now from the end zone. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback. The Bengals drive about to get going. And 3 interceptions in this game, and I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, you're like, oh man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. On the run, it's Mixon. And he'll be stopped right at midfield.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. From the gun to give to Mixon. And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there, because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a 1st down.
Here's a throw right side, taken in by his tight end. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown, so a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
And not much to speak of there, maybe a yard down to the 20. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
And the Bengals are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
A very important third down conversion right there, because when you're trailing and find yourself this deep in enemy territory, the kicker's not even part of your thought process. You got to make it pay off with 6. Nice connection right there to set up first and goal.
No gain there, and it's going to set up second and goal.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
And not even back to the line of scrimmage this time as they're on him quickly once more. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up third down. Mixon. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. Joe Mixon taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Bengals are able to draw a bit closer. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And the lead will be cut down to 14. So after the made field goal, here's McPherson to send this one away. This taken in at the goal line. And able to get this out to the 25. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. After the long touchdown drive we just saw, you wonder if maybe that's taken a little of the wind out of this offense's sails, because they had it going pretty good last time, too.
Had to sit over there for a little while, didn't they? You know, they were eager, amped up to get back on the field after just scoring, hoping to get the ball back quickly. That didn't happen, so I'd say come out, just kind of get started again. You know, doesn't have to be anything dramatic. Just get moving, get loose again, and see if they can get it downfield.
On second down, it's Gordon. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down. They love being physical. Let's go! Let's go! Let's go! Hey, check Mike 57.
A reminder, coming up in a couple of minutes' time, we'll pay a visit to Jonathan Coachman, the coach in our EA Sports studios. They'll have a look back at the next-gen stats from this first half of action. Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 41, and they will set up shop at their own 41-yard line. So good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. Burrow will throw. Dumps it off to Mixon. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half. I like their countenance. I like the way that they're having panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
Well, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free, and there's another example, another incompletion.
Meanwhile, Burrow's throw taken in here by Chase. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 29-yard line.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Now Burrow. And he'll throw this one away. I don't think he's out of the pocket. No, here comes the flag. Clearly wasn't outside of the tackle box. There's your penalty.
And accompanying that penalty, a loss of down.
So now it's 3rd and long, because remember, they also lose a down on the grounding call. Now it's Burrow. Flush to his right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away. Good work by that Bronco defense, and it leads to a 4th down. So on 4th down, off goes Burrow. On comes Evan McPherson for the Bengal field goal. This from 54 yards away. McPherson's kick is good. And that will get the disadvantage now back down to 11. So the turnover leads to points as they add 3 there.
Yeah, what a sequence there, and a nice one for them. They forced the interception, put together a little drive, and then come away with 3 points. Nothing to it, partner. Just do it.
And Spencer will elect to not bring it out here. It's a touchback. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And with a 2-score lead already, they may just look to get this thing to the locker room. Terrific running there to start the drive, as that's going to go for 15 and a quick first down as well. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Shotgun snap to Locke. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes. But the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
Block again here on 2nd and 10. He'll go up top here for Hamler. A fight for it, and this is caught. What a catch. It's a big play there for the Broncos.
Big plays are starting to become the trend here in this first half, and everything that they've tried has worked. And there's another example right there.
Block now on 1st down. That's going to be caught by Judy. And down inside the 15 he goes. Now the Broncos going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Into the red zone, it's Locke. And he's got his big tight end here. And down inside the 10 here before he's out of bounds right around the 7. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. 2nd and 2, 1st down marker at the 5-yard line. Now a 10th carry for Melvin Gordon. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a Bronco touchdown. Melvin Gordon, as the first half is winding down. And the Broncos would extend their lead here just before halftime. McManus's point after is good, and the lead is up to 18 now. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Bengals drive about to get going as they go to work with 12 seconds on the clock. Throwing now, Burrow on 1st down. And some room to work. And finally out of bounds Falls just a few yards short of the goal line at the 3. A big play that time on the catch and run. That was so well timed. Just a perfect throw on the slant.
Hit him on the move, didn't he? Now he's going against the grain of the defenders coming over to try and stop him. That allowed for that additional yardage downfield.
Final play of the half for Burrow and company. Open man is Higgins, and he's got it. Touchdown, Cincinnati. T. Higgins as time expires in the first half. And the Bengals get a late touchdown here on the final play of the first half. And McPherson on for the extra point. And that one makes this an 11-point deficit now. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Bucs set to get to football first, and they trail here as we get started in the second half. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Bengals drive about to get going. And they're on the short end of the scoreboard here. Charles, what adjustments, if any, do you think they need to make for the second half?
Well, paraphrasing the gold medal hockey winning coach Herb Brooks, I just say you continue to play your game. Throw the ball. They had success doing it in the first half. So make sure you keep getting the ball to your playmakers, a little bit more to the perimeter perhaps. But above all, play your game.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Now left side, a completion to his tight end. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Now they run with Mixon. He takes this for about 6 down inside the 40.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
From the 39, Burrow. And he slings one that's incomplete. Tyler Boyd, the intended receiver. And it's 3rd and 4. By the way, I got to apologize because I just realized for about the last 4 or 5 plays I'm eking over into your territory up here in the booth. My bad. I'm going to get back over to my spot.
Yeah, we're not talking about our on-air commentary here. I mean, what is all this extra paper? I mean, this is unusual for you.
My bad.
Normally you run a really tight ship. What's going on here?
Just like that incomplete pass, I'm going to try to tighten things up here for this next play. So out comes a field goal team now for the second time here today. This officially a 55-yard attempt. And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. So a decent drive there to start the 3rd quarter. They only salvaged 3 out of it, but they inch a bit closer.
Yeah, but still lots of time to go in this one. That's why you hear that clapping on the sidelines, right? Hey, got some points. As you said, inching their way back in. Time left to go out and get that victory.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Here's a diving catch right side.
I'd have to say that whenever you see a good post-route run, they do not like to let it end without the catch. Hence, that great diving play.
Yeah, lay it up there, let him go get it, and he got it. Now Gordon on 1st down. 134 4 yards for him on the ground now, as he has been terrific here this afternoon. Working with a 2nd and 4. This quick pass complete to Sutton. And he is out of bounds inside the 35.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down, because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. They'll run on first down. Gordon. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
On 2nd down, Gordon once more. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. Throwing now is Locke. Flushed out right. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit, because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into his windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a 2nd interception, really a bad throw. So maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
Locke's throw here into the hands of the receiver, Judy. That was the 8th play of the drive, so a somewhat fitting pickup of 8 yards. On 2nd down, they'll run with Gordon. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line.
I think there's a fatigue factor that's kicking in defensively. You know the will is still strong. I think the offense is starting to bend it just a little bit, don't you?
Yeah, absolutely. It's looked that way. We'll see if they can continue this already strong drive. Locke going to throw. This is the tight end, Fan. Touchdown! Noah Fan on the touchdown pass from Drew Locke. And the Broncos will extend their lead. Extra point from McManus is good. And the lead is up to 15 now. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. Phillips now from the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21. The Bengals drive about to get going. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kick.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 23. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense has a touchdown. Now McManus to tack on the extra point. And the lead opens up now to 22 points. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Phillips now from the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. The Bengals drive about to get going. And they gave up the pick 6, and now they'll be looking to right the ship here. Now, as a quarterback, are you a little more cautious this go-around?
You should be, just because after what you gave up. But you can't be so cautious as to just really take things in, and now you're not going to play loose enough to give your team a chance to score. But you still have to be careful, because those defensive guys, I know the reputation defense guys can't catch.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Kyle Fuller. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense has a touchdown.
It goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. That's a ball he would like to have back, and it lands right in the lap of the defender from there. He doesn't have very far to go before he gets to the end zone, and he got there in a hurry.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. Phillips now from the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Bengals drive about to get going. And they just had that pick six. I guess the only positive maybe of them returning that for a touchdown. This offense right back out onto the field to try to make up for it.
I like that because now it doesn't give them a chance to go to the bench and really settle. You know, to sit there and kind of seethe over the idea that they turned the ball over previously. Right back out there. It's almost like hopping right back on the bike after falling over. See if they can get the ball moving again.
Yeah, we'll see if they can do it here. Ahead of the chains now, 2nd and 2. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. This goes out wide for Mixon. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon. And it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40.
And we've seen him have success earlier on with the ball in his hands because he is a get it in space and make a play kind of a receiver. But that time, they closed on him quickly and held him to a short gain.
Burrow's throw caught by Higgins. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 41-yard line. From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage.
That is caught. It's Uzomah. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Burrow going to fake to mix it and now look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down. Well, I kind of got to give him credit. Another incompletion there, yes, but he's still trying to make plays outside the pocket.
Yeah, he's been hemmed in for much of the game. How about him getting outside there? And that's what you want to see from your quarterback. He's not giving up on this game, so every other player in the field has to say to himself, I can't give up either.
Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Trying to decipher what's going on out there because I don't know if he's just getting bad reads. I don't know if the defense is confusing him. I don't know if he just has, bad info and intel before he snaps the ball. But he's made some pretty bad decisions with the football lately.
Yeah, several bad decisions on the interceptions he's thrown in. Frankly, that should have been another pick right there. And he's not going to get anywhere close to the marker as they'll stop him well short of the yellow line. Call it a gain of 5. 4th down now. 4th and goal, and down by a touchdown. The offense stays on the field. Here we go. It's Burrow on 4th down. A hit as he throws, and this is going to be incomplete. The Bengals try it, but it doesn't work out. And the Broncos will take over on downs. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Been a very strong performance for them, really, on both sides of the football. The turnover on downs, the most recent example, and now, obviously, they're in a great spot here.
If you're over on the bench right now, you're shaking hands with your teammate, you're hugging him, give him a little dap. Been a big, big performance for them. Now you just don't get careless. Take care of the ball on the way out.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Now Locke. He's got his big tight end, Fant. And he's going to lose yardage here back at the 8. They call it a loss of a yard there. And that's going to bring up a third down. Another tote for Gordon. He's been busy this afternoon. And he's going to be taken down here at about the 10. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up a fourth down. Here's Sam Martin now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. He'll send this one into the mile-high air, and it's a good one. A 55-yard punt that time with a return of about 14. And the Bengals will take over here, 1st and 10. The Bengals drive about to get going. Even though they were able to force the punt defensively, still a big hole to climb out of, especially at this late stage of the contest. Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45.
Here we go.
First down. Here's Burrow. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Oh, that's got to frustrate him a little bit because they nearly got to him there, and it would have been the first sack of the game. Instead, they're able to influence the release, and they did force the incomplete pass.
And now here is another interception. Picked up by Caden Stearns. And the Broncos are going to take possession as they've got it at the 42-yard line. What a nightmarish game he's having now. 6 interceptions that he has thrown.
Absolutely unbelievable, isn't it? Hard to believe we're watching this and have seen it, but it just tells you about the game of football. They give it and it taketh away.
Yeah, the guys, though, that have thrown 6 interceptions in a game, the likes of Peyton Manning, Brett Favre, I think Joe Namath, he did it 3 times. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Bronco football as we get you reset here. And they have just about put this one on ice as they've got it here, 1st and 10. Locke's throw taken in by Sutton. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30.
Partner, I have to tell you, just one word keeps coming to mind from watching them this afternoon, and that's impressive. They have been impressive from the opening kickoff, and they haven't let up here even into the fourth quarter.
This will be caught. Judy. And they move this all the way down to the 9. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. A lot going to throw it here. Right back to Judy, and it's complete. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Sponge. No.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. Now the Bengals going to signal for their third and final timeout, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. 3rd and goal as they look to pour some more salt in the wound. They'll try and punch it in. Gordon. And Gordon's going to be stopped short. Only a yard that time, so now a decision to be made here on 4th and goal. Defense didn't budge on 3rd down. Now what are we going to see on 4th?
We are soon to find out, but does this feel like old school football or what, right?
Yeah.
This is an old-fashioned goal line stand. I know what I would call on offense. I would go for it. And I want some type of a play where my quarterback has a chance to run it or throw it. I don't just want one static play.
The kick by McManus is good. And they're well on their way now as the lead grows even larger. Well, he was a spectator for much of this game. This is his first field goal opportunity of the entire contest, but he's able to connect.
Yeah, he had a pretty good seat to this one, didn't he? But let's face it, all kickers that you and I know, they want to contribute. They want their opportunity, and he seized his.
The Bengals drive about to get going. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going forward.
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling again.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
Now Burrow on first down. To Mixon on the check down. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. 3 yards the gain there, second down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
And he's just throwing the ball up for grabs now. Fortunately, that one going to fall incomplete.
The man's getting a little loose with the football there, right? Interception before, almost had one here. He's got to start taking better care of it.
It really should have been back-to-back drives with interceptions. He's lucky there. To the air again, Burrow. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete.
He went with the dive look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
So it looks like the offense isn't going anywhere. They're going to go for it on 4th and 7. They'll try and throw forward with Burrow. Quick slant caught by Chase. And the spike comes now with just under 40 ticks left. Out of the gun, it's Burrow. He gets this in the hands of Mixon. Well, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40.
Well, this game is certainly pretty well over. They go ahead and mark it in the win column. But as a defense, they don't want to get so soft now that everybody just throws the ball all over the place against them, gets big yardage, and puts points on the board. They have pride, too, on that side of the ball.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now they go play action now. Burrow. He will find his man Chase complete. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
From the red zone now, here's Burrow first down. His throw caught at about the 5. And the Bengals are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5.
Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do, you got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end, take some easier completions.
Yeah, interception last drive. There he hits the reliable target. A line of scrimmage, once again the 5 as they get ready for 2nd and goal. And this is caught. Well, they get one back. Picking up the late touchdown here, but still down big.
And yeah, that touchdown counts for their team. But I think it counts more for the fantasy guys, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just something maybe positive to look at on film, but this one's over, let's be honest.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one.
McPherson on for the point after. And the lead is down to 24. So despite the huge deficit, they're going to keep fighting. Here comes the onside kick. And the Broncos are going to get the football. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much.
And give them another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues.
Well, partner, when a team's up this big, this late in the game, I always wonder what's their motivation, because if it's me, I'm thinking about pulling on the reins a little bit. But for them, I don't think it's in their DNA. It's not in their head coach's makeup at all. I think his opinion is, you stop us. We're not supposed to pull back ourselves.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. A final shot now for Burrow. Eluding the pressure right. He's going to let it fly. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Pat Surtain. And the Broncos come up with a late turnover, but it will probably only matter to the statisticians as this ball game is now officially over. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.